Physics says everything in the universe, you, I, and others, are made up of atoms, which further can be divided into electrons, protons, neutrons, which are non-living entities. Biology and chemistry, on the other hand, says cell is the unit of life, which is composed of chemicals. Now, chemicals are also composed of little subatomic particles, which are non-living beings. So, the question comes, are we living beings or non-living beings? But before that, what is this being that we are saying? Or to make it simple, what is life in the first place? Today we shall look into the life from a different perspective. We shall try to draw conclusions of the age-old question of who we are based on the basic realizations of our day-to-day experiences. Some of you may wonder, who cares? What is the use? Why I don't want to know about myself? Well, it is not just a philosophical inquiry, but it is a practical one. Because by having the basic idea of who we are and how our internal systems work, we shall be able to address the root cause of many day-to-day problems in life, and we will also know how to deal with them properly. We shall see, even though we humans and other animals are so diverse in features, but as an entity called life, we are so much similar and so connected through the fate carved out by our interdependence. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel or followed us yet, please do subscribe. Beyond all questions, there is one thing that I or you are clear about. That is, I exist. This one thing is true for all of us. Because we all can experience that there is this someone who we identify as myself is sitting behind our eyes and behind our ears and experiencing the world outside sitting in our head. Even during our sleep, even during our dream, we can feel as someone who is experiencing the world, all that is being experienced. This is the self, or we can also call it being. Seeing others functioning just like I do, from the early childhood we develop the notion that this basic nature of existence, this feeling to exist, is same for everyone. Because even though we look different, we want different things in life, there are three basic qualities that are same for every individual, even same for every matter if we look deeper. Those three basic qualities are: number one, Sat or existence, which means every body has an urge to exist. It has an innate inertia to be. Number two, Chit or responsiveness or consciousness. That is, everyone has some kind of ability to respond to stimuli in any way. And number three, Ananda or becoming. That is, every element is in a constant process of change, having a tendency to become something more than what it is. Existence, responsiveness or consciousness, and becoming. So, a being is such an entity which wants to exist with consciousness towards becoming. Ancient seers of Bharat or India used this terminology. They realized that being is instinct with the qualities of Sat Chit Ananda. If we look into life from this perspective, we can see that living and non-living beings are not so different at all. Modern science is revealing the same theory, and today lots of research are being done in the subject of consciousness. Even though available science and language fails to articulate this today, this truth can be experienced with our own consciousness. The more conscious or responsive we are, the more we are able to realize our own true nature. In the world, many problems arise due to our failure of identifying what is good and what is bad, what is wrong and what is right. But when we define the good and bad from the perspective of life as it is, this confusion disappears. we can say that which supports our existence, consciousness, and blissful becoming can be regarded as good, and that which opposes the existence, consciousness, and becoming is bad to life. So if life becomes the standpoint of our every decision that we make, then the welfare of the society becomes so clear to us. Similarly, our being automatically resists all those entities that opposes its welfare. This way, we want to attract good things to us and we want to deny bad things. That means we want to attract such things that enrich us in Satchit and Ananda, and we want to deny or reject those things that take us away or discards or disturbs our Satchit and Ananda. But with complexities of life, things are not that simple anymore. For enjoyment or blissful becoming of life, being develops the conscious mind with its varied complexes. It develops complexes like lust, anger, greed, pride, infatuation, jealousy, and their innumerable manifestations. The complexes, with time, turn into passions. With that, we often lose control of them. This causes the core of all problems that we see in the society. For example, lust is useful for progeny, but when it is uncontrolled, it disturbs the peace. The greed for food and prosperity is often good, but when it goes out of control, it leads to fights and tyranny. There are so many examples. So, with our external development, we needed to develop a certain mastery over ourselves, which could help us control our faculties. If we drive our life as a drunk driver, we are bound to have accidents or even an early death. To find solution to this, after tremendous research or tapasya, some rarest of the rare humans unfurled the truth and decoded the basic principles of life. These principles of life and growth are called dharma in short. The rishis discovered that every one of us has a basic urge of unification inside us, which gives birth to passions. Unless these passions are directed to a higher ideal and adjusted accordingly, they will eventually lead humans to their total destruction and also the destruction of the world. A true ideal is a human being who has realized the laws of being and becoming in the first hand. That is, he learned the laws of life through his own experience and who is capable of imparting that knowledge to others as well. So to find such an ideal in life, we have to identify certain qualities which will be discussed in the later video. This is an unending subject, but I hope we managed to give you an idea of the mechanics of life. Please comment and let us know if there is any question or even suggestion, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Like and share this video or podcast if found useful, because in the later videos we shall look from different perspectives in a fun journey to develop a better understanding of the question we have been pondering at the start: who we are. Thank you so much.